what we've seen in this past year is that access to the internet is so necessary to thrive in the modern world. And especially during the pandemic, we saw this where people were not able to access education if they didn't have internet access. They weren't able to access healthcare. They weren't able to work and stay in communication with their loved ones. And so access to internet, I think, is so foundational to, you know, what Fred was talking about being able to export the talent that we have in Africa without the brain drain. And so I think we need a big movement to get everyone online. You know, that access to the internet should be as basic as access to safe drinking water or shelter or otherwise. And I think that one of the mistakes we make when we think about access to internet is that we think about, okay, we're going to embark on these expensive projects to lay cables and, you know, fly drones or, you know, whatever, you know, balloons or whatever other technology thing it is. But the World Economic Forum did a study where they estimate that 75% of people who are not connected are already covered by existing networks. So 75% of people who aren't online could get online tomorrow without us creating any more infrastructure. And I think that's a much easier problem to solve, even though it's still hard. And it involves both looking at affordability, making sure internet access is affordable to people. That's both devices as well as the cost of data, and has a lot to do with the regulatory environment and ensuring that there's healthy market competition everywhere. And it also has to do with digital skills and digital content, that we need to make sure that people have the skills, that they know how to use the internet, they know how to make use of it for to kind of meet their own goals, and we need to have content that's actually relevant to them in their local languages, in their local context. And so if we can do these things, we can really bring you know, a whole continent online. The estimates are that 60% of Africa is not yet accessing the internet regularly. So if we can bring everybody online, I think we're going to have a much better opportunity both to upskill people using the platform, as well as have people be able to access opportunities to contribute in the global market.